Women are often attracted to positive and strong traits in men, not only from their appearance but also from the way they express their thoughts and attitudes towards life. A man who is confident but not arrogant, who remains calm in all situations, and exhibits emotional self-control has a special charm. Additionally, humility, knowledge, and the ability to listen make him even more appealing. Importantly, such a man lives by internal values, seeking no recognition from the outside, and knows how to create a meaningful, independent, and free life in his thoughts. Welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for personal development together. Through our videos, you will find inspiring stories, essential skills to face challenges, and mindsets that help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will explore 7 traits women cannot resist. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and create positive changes in our lives together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on the latest insights. Now, let's get started. 1. Calmness in all situations. Staying calm in all situations is one of the core principles of Stoic thinking, helping individuals achieve self-control and mastery over themselves in life. In today's fast-paced and stressful society, the ability to remain calm in every situation is not only a valuable quality but also a key factor in living a peaceful and happy life. Stoicism and calmness. The Stoic philosophy, with prominent philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, encourages individuals to focus on what they can control and let go of what lies beyond their power. They believe that rather than allowing emotions to dominate and getting swept away by uncontrollable situations, one should train their mindset to maintain calmness in the face of adversity. For Stoics, events are neither good nor bad, rather, it is our perception and reaction to those events that determine their value. Epictetus once said, "It is not the events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." This means that calmness stems from controlling our thoughts and how we interpret situations, rather than allowing external factors to cause us anxiety or disturb our peace. Focusing on what can be controlled. A fundamental principle of Stoicism is to clearly distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Factors like the weather, the actions of others, or unexpected events are beyond our control. However, our reactions and feelings about them are entirely within our grasp. Therefore, rather than worrying about unchangeable circumstances, Stoics focus on improving their mindset and emotional responses when faced with difficult or stressful situations. Instead of letting emotions dictate their responses, Stoics will calmly analyze the situation and consider what they can do to improve it. If the event cannot be changed, they will accept it calmly and not let themselves fall into anxiety or anger. Benefits of calmness. Maintaining calmness in all situations brings numerous practical benefits to life. First, calmness helps individuals make wiser and more sound decisions. When swayed by emotions like anger or anxiety, we often tend to act hastily and without consideration, leading to poor choices. Conversely, those who can remain calm will maintain an objective perspective, accurately assess the situation, and subsequently propose reasonable solutions. Secondly, calmness helps individuals reduce stress and anxiety. In life, many people frequently feel pressure and insecurity due to external factors beyond their control. However, with a Stoic mindset, calmness allows them to accept the unchangeable and focus on their core inner values, thereby freeing themselves from anxiety and stress. Calmness also fosters sustainable and harmonious relationships. In times of conflict or disagreement, if a person can stay calm, they will be more inclined to listen and understand others. This not only helps resolve issues but also fosters respect and empathy in communication. Ultimately, maintaining calmness in all situations is an essential life skill and one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy. By focusing on what can be controlled, remaining composed in the face of adversity, and not allowing emotions to dictate our actions, we can lead a more peaceful, wise, and happy life. 2. Self-control and emotional regulation. Self-control and emotional regulation are among the most important qualities in Stoic philosophy. This philosophy encourages individuals not to be dominated by emotions, especially negative ones such as anger, jealousy, fear, or anxiety. Controlling emotions not only helps us maintain calmness in all situations but also contributes to building a strong mindset and a more meaningful life. Stoicism and emotional control. In Stoic philosophy, emotions are not something to be completely eliminated, but rather they need to be managed reasonably. Philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca all emphasize that individuals should learn to distinguish between natural emotions and excessive reactions to situations. Emotions are part of being human, but allowing emotions to lead our actions can cause us to lose control and make poor decisions. Epictetus once said, "People are not disturbed by events, but by their interpretation of those events." The meaning of this statement lies in the fact that it is not external events or circumstances that determine our emotions, but rather how we perceive and respond to them. When faced with challenges in life, instead of succumbing to anxiety or anger, we can choose to remain calm and control our thoughts. Mastering oneself through Stoic thinking. Self-control and emotional regulation are not about mechanically suppressing emotions but rather about training ourselves to face all emotions with clarity. Stoics understand that there are aspects of life that are beyond our control, including our body's initial responses to unexpected stimuli. However, once we recognize our emotions, we can choose how to respond next. A Stoic person will not allow anger or fear to dominate their actions. They acknowledge that these emotions are natural responses but do not permit them to influence important decisions. Instead, they reflect, maintain calmness, and respond rationally and wisely. Benefits of self-control and emotional regulation. Controlling emotions not only improves the quality of life but also brings profound benefits in all aspects of life. First, the ability to exercise self-control helps individuals avoid the negative consequences of hasty decisions. When influenced by emotions, we often tend to act thoughtlessly, which can lead to conflicts or harm to ourselves and others. Self-control enables us to handle situations rationally and make more accurate decisions. Secondly, emotional regulation helps us maintain good relationships with others. In conflict situations, if a person can stay calm and not let negative emotions dominate, they will be more likely to listen, understand, and resolve issues peacefully. This fosters respect and helps build sustainable relationships. Moreover, controlling emotions allows individuals to live more happily and peacefully. When we allow negative emotions like anxiety, anger, or jealousy to dominate, our spirits become disturbed, and we cannot enjoy life. However, when we learn to control these emotions, life becomes lighter and more serene, enabling us to focus on positive and valuable aspects. Ways to cultivate self-control. To cultivate self-control and emotional regulation, it is essential to be aware of one's emotions in all situations. Learn to recognize when negative emotions begin to arise and separate them from actions. For instance, when you start to feel angry, pause and think before speaking or acting. Remind yourself that you can control your responses. Additionally, focus on what you can control and let go of what is beyond your capabilities. When facing adversity, Stoics always aim to accept what cannot be changed and adjust their reactions to the situation. Ultimately, self-control and emotional regulation are the foundations of Stoic philosophy and crucial elements for living a peaceful and happy life. By mastering our emotions, we not only protect ourselves from negative reactions but also build a resilient mindset, allowing us to face life with greater clarity, confidence, and positivity. 3. Focusing on inner values. Focusing on inner values is an important principle of Stoic philosophy, encouraging individuals not to let external factors determine their worth. In life, many people easily get swept away by what society, the environment, or others think, leading to dependency on temporary things like fame, money, or recognition. Stoic philosophy reminds us that a person's true value does not come from material possessions or external validation but from their character, morality, and integrity. Stoicism and intrinsic value. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that external factors like wealth, fame, health, or even relationships are merely dependent factors and do not determine a person's true value. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, asserts that our worth does not lie in what we own or what others think of us but in how we live and act. This means that if we live according to solid moral principles and maintain integrity in all situations, we can still feel satisfied with ourselves, even in the face of difficulties or failures. Stoics believe that the intrinsic value of a person is determined by the development of their soul and intellect. This includes the ability to control emotions, uphold morality in difficult situations, and do what is right even when no one is watching. Inner freedom. By focusing on inner values, we also achieve a level of mental freedom. Those who seek validation from others or depend on external factors are often vulnerable to uncontrollable changes. When they lose what they hold dear, such as possessions, status, or relationships, they may feel disappointed, lost, and even lose faith in themselves. In contrast, if we cherish and develop our inner values, we will not be reliant on external factors. Stoicism teaches that only when people find peace and happiness from their core values can they truly be free. This freedom does not mean the absence of challenges or difficulties but rather the ability to face them calmly, confidently, and undeterred. Benefits of focusing on intrinsic values. Focusing on inner values helps us lead a more meaningful and purpose-driven life. When we are not swayed by external factors, we can concentrate on self-development and become the best versions of ourselves. This leads to satisfaction and a sense of peace in life, as we no longer need to compare or compete with others. Moreover, when we emphasize inner values, we build more genuine and profound relationships with others. Instead of judging others based on material achievements or appearances, we can recognize and respect their moral qualities and true worth. This creates a foundation for sustainable relationships based on mutual respect rather than superficial factors. How to focus on inner values. To genuinely focus on inner values, we first need to become aware of what truly matters to us. This can begin by asking ourselves, what makes me happy and fulfilled, and how do I want to be remembered? The answers to these questions often do not relate to material possessions but to character, love, and integrity. Additionally, self-reflection and practicing Stoic thinking can help us understand ourselves and our values better. Marcus Aurelius once advised that we should spend time each day reflecting on our actions, considering whether we have lived according to the values we set. Learning to accept external factors as part of life and not allowing them to overly influence our emotions and values is key to maintaining focus on our inner values. Ultimately, focusing on inner values is a principle that helps us live a freer, more peaceful, and meaningful life. By recognizing that our true worth does not come from external factors but from our character and ethics, we can liberate ourselves from dependency on the world around us and develop ourselves according to the values we cherish. Stoic philosophy teaches that when we learn to appreciate our intrinsic value, we will live a truly worthy life, regardless of the difficulties or challenges life presents. 4. Wisdom and understanding. Wisdom and understanding are core values in Stoic philosophy, playing a crucial role in helping individuals develop holistically and confront life with clarity and purpose. Stoicism emphasizes that wisdom is not just knowledge about the world around us, but also the ability to understand oneself, manage emotions, and choose the right actions in every situation. Stoicism and the role of wisdom. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom is viewed as the foundation for a moral and peaceful life. The philosopher Epictetus once stated, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to give up worrying about things that are beyond our control." This requires not only clear self-awareness but also the wisdom to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Wisdom helps us focus on intrinsic values rather than being swept away by fleeting desires and immediate emotions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, emphasized in his meditations that the mind of a human being can turn any situation to one's advantage. This highlights the importance of wisdom in facing challenges and difficulties. Instead of complaining or feeling overwhelmed by circumstances, Stoics utilize wisdom to find solutions and adopt a more positive perspective on issues. Wisdom is not just knowledge. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is not merely the accumulation of knowledge or information, it also encompasses the ability to apply that knowledge to real-life situations. A person may possess extensive knowledge but may not be truly wise if they do not know how to implement what they have learned in specific contexts. Seneca noted, "We do not learn to know more, but to become better." Knowledge holds true value only when it leads individuals to act wisely toward themselves and others. Cultivating wisdom requires self-awareness and deep reflection on life. Stoics often dedicate daily time to contemplate their actions, assessing whether they align with the ethical principles and values they uphold. Self-analysis and self-evaluation are vital components of the process of developing wisdom. The benefits of wisdom and understanding. Wisdom provides individuals with a more comprehensive and profound view of life. When we cultivate wisdom, We not only gain a better understanding of the nature of events around us but also of ourselves. This understanding enables us to make sound decisions, free from the influence of emotions or external pressures. Moreover, wisdom helps individuals remain calm and patient in the face of change and adversity. Understanding that life is ever-changing and includes elements beyond our control allows us to accept and adapt rather than feel disappointed or anxious. This knowledge fortifies us in all circumstances. Furthermore, wisdom fosters more genuine and trustworthy relationships. When we grasp the essence of human nature and life, we develop the capacity for empathy and understanding toward others. This lays the groundwork for relationships based on mutual respect rather than being influenced by personal interests or comparisons. How to cultivate wisdom and understanding. To cultivate wisdom and understanding, we first need to continually learn from life. Stoicism encourages the pursuit of knowledge through reading, listening to others, and reflecting on our experiences. Every event that occurs, whether positive or negative, can serve as a valuable lesson if we learn to view and learn from it. Additionally, practicing daily reflection and self-awareness is a means of developing wisdom. Stoics often take time each day to ask themselves about their actions, thoughts, and whether they truly reflect the values they pursue. This process not only reinforces wisdom but also leads to a more ethical and meaningful life. Wisdom also demands humility. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Everything I have learned from others." Recognizing that knowledge is infinite and that there is always more to learn keeps us open-minded and willing to learn from everyone, everywhere. Ultimately, wisdom and understanding are not only the foundations of Stoic philosophy but also the keys to leading a peaceful, happy, and meaningful life. When individuals develop wisdom, they not only gain a clearer understanding of the world around them but also learn how to master themselves and act rightly in every situation. Stoic philosophy teaches that wisdom is not merely the accumulation of knowledge but the ability to apply what has been learned to live a worthy life and make the world a better place. 5. Humility and modesty. Humility and modesty are essential virtues in Stoic philosophy, guiding individuals to live a simple life focused on their true values rather than seeking recognition from others. Stoics believe that exhibiting arrogance or ostentation is merely a manifestation of inner weakness, while humility reflects self-confidence and profound understanding. Stoicism and humility. In Stoic philosophy, humility signifies the recognition that humans do not know everything and that life contains elements beyond their control. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of maintaining an open mind and being willing to learn from others in his book Meditations. He wrote, "Everything I know, I have learned from others," serving as a reminder that, regardless of our position, we never know everything. Humility also involves accepting oneself and not feeling the need to prove oneself to others. Stoics believe that a person's worth lies not in their outward displays but in how they live according to their principles and ethics. A humble person does not need to impress or earn the admiration of others because they have found self-confidence from their intrinsic values. Avoiding ostentation and superficiality. Stoicism teaches that ostentation and the pursuit of external recognition only make individuals dependent on the opinions of others. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Nothing harms a soul more than chasing public admiration." When we boast and try to shape our self-image based on others' standards, we lose autonomy and become slaves to opinions that are not genuinely important. Stoics avoid superficiality and external accolades, knowing these are temporary and do not bring lasting happiness. Instead, they focus on leading a simple life centered on true values, refusing to let external factors disturb their inner peace. Benefits of humility. Living humbly and avoiding ostentation offers numerous benefits in life. First, it helps individuals maintain calmness and stability in all situations. When we are not obsessed with proving ourselves to others, we feel freer in how we live and are not pressured by societal expectations. This enables us to retain self-confidence and a relaxed spirit, even when facing difficulties or challenges. Additionally, humility fosters stronger and more genuine relationships. When we are not striving to boast or outshine others, we become more approachable and trustworthy. Humility encourages understanding and respect, rather than competition and envy. Humility also motivates continuous learning and personal development. When we do not feel we know enough or have achieved enough, we maintain a growth mindset, ready to embrace new lessons from life and those around us. This helps us become wiser and improve ourselves every day. How to cultivate humility and avoid ostentation. Cultivating humility requires self-awareness and regular reflection on our actions and thoughts. To become more humble, we first need to acknowledge that no one is perfect and that we all have weaknesses that need improvement. Accepting ourselves with our flaws and not trying to hide them is the first step toward developing humility. Furthermore, learning to listen to others and respecting their opinions is another way to cultivate humility. Instead of trying to prove that we are right or superior, we should focus on learning from the experiences and perspectives of others. This not only broadens our understanding but also fosters respect and empathy in our relationships. To avoid ostentation, we need to regularly remind ourselves that our worth does not depend on what others think of us but on how we live and behave according to our principles. Not needing external validation allows us to live more freely and happily. In conclusion, humility and modesty are core virtues that help individuals lead a peaceful and meaningful life. In Stoic philosophy, humility is seen as a sign of understanding and maturity, while ostentation signifies dependency on others. By cultivating humility, not only do we feel freer in life, but we also build sincere relationships and develop ourselves comprehensively. Stoic philosophy teaches that the true value of a person lies not in what they boast about but in their integrity, ethics, and respect for themselves and others. 6. Responsibility and perseverance. Responsibility and perseverance are core qualities in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of taking personal responsibility for one's actions and life while steadfastly pursuing legitimate goals. Those who embrace Stoic thinking believe that the ability to take responsibility and remain steadfast not only helps maintain inner peace but also guides them through life's challenges. Taking responsibility in Stoic thought. According to Stoic philosophy, each individual is responsible for their own thoughts, actions, and decisions. This means that instead of blaming circumstances or others when faced with difficulties, Stoics are always aware that they must take responsibility for how they react and behave in any situation. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a reminder that while we cannot control all external factors, we can completely control how we respond to them. Taking responsibility is not only a sign of maturity but also the first step toward building a tranquil, self-governing life. Stoics do not seek to evade responsibility or rely on others when facing challenges. They understand that taking responsibility makes them stronger and more independent. This is also how they maintain calmness and self-control in every circumstance. The power of perseverance. Perseverance is an essential element for achieving any goals in life. For Stoics, perseverance is not just about enduring challenges but also about maintaining faith in moral principles and personal philosophy. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized, "The most admirable thing about a person is not that they do extraordinary things, but that they remain steadfast in what they believe and never give up." In Stoic philosophy, perseverance means keeping focused on long-term goals and not allowing immediate difficulties to sway one's resolve. This requires patience, determination, and the ability to remain calm in the face of temporary failures. Stoics understand that success is not something that can be achieved immediately. It requires persistence and a strong will to overcome all challenges. The connection between responsibility and perseverance. Responsibility and perseverance are complementary qualities in Stoic philosophy. When you take responsibility for your life, you become acutely aware that each decision and action affects your future. This awareness makes you more steadfast in pursuing your goals and less likely to give up when facing difficulties. Conversely, perseverance reinforces a sense of responsibility. Once you have chosen your path, perseverance helps you maintain your commitment and not be swayed by external factors. This also makes you clearly aware that responsibility lies entirely in your hands, not in circumstances or others. Why responsibility and perseverance matter? Taking responsibility and being persistent helps you become stronger and more independent. When you recognize that every success and failure is a result of your own decisions and actions, you will feel more confident in facing any challenges. This also allows you to live freely, without being dependent on the recognition or opinions of others. Moreover, the perseverance to pursue personal goals and values helps maintain inner peace. When you know you are on the right path, you will no longer feel anxious or be influenced by immediate difficulties. Instead, You will view them as necessary steps on the journey toward personal growth and self-improvement. Taking responsibility and perseverance help build credibility and respect from others. People around you will recognize that you are reliable. Keep your promises. And do not easily give up in the face of challenges. This not only fosters positive relationships but also creates an image of someone strong, self-governing, and resilient. How to cultivate responsibility and perseverance. To cultivate the ability to take responsibility, you should start by self-assessing your actions and decisions. Whenever you encounter a difficult situation, ask yourself, how can I improve this situation? Instead of blaming others or circumstances, focus on what you can do to change the outcome. Perseverance can be cultivated by setting small goals and persistently pursuing them. Every time you overcome a minor challenge, your confidence and willpower will be strengthened, better preparing you for larger challenges in the future. Ultimately, taking responsibility and being persistent are two crucial qualities in Stoic philosophy, empowering individuals to face life with strength and autonomy. When we take responsibility for our actions and remain steadfast in pursuing our goals, we not only achieve success but also lead a meaningful and peaceful life. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true strength lies in the ability to control ourselves and maintain determination, regardless of the surrounding circumstances. 7. Independence and freedom of thought. Independence and freedom of thought are crucial elements of Stoic philosophy, helping individuals live in accordance with their true nature and avoid being swept away by societal, cultural, or external influences. Adherents of Stoicism firmly believe that true freedom does not stem from conforming to the external rules of the world, but from living according to their internal values and principles. Independence in thinking and action. A core tenet of Stoic philosophy is the ability to think independently. This means not allowing oneself to be overly influenced by others' opinions, societal expectations, or external pressures. Stoics understand that every individual has the right and responsibility to think, make decisions, and act based on personal values and principles rather than merely following what others desire. Epictetus famously stated, "No one can harm you unless you allow it." This emphasizes that we only lose our independence when we permit others to affect our thoughts and actions. Stoics strive to maintain this control, refusing to be swayed by things beyond their control, such as emotions or negative judgments from others. Independent thinking also means not seeking external validation. Stoics recognize that their true value does not depend on how others perceive them but lies in how they live according to their principles. Freedom of thought. Freedom of thought is a state where individuals are not constrained by prejudices, narrow viewpoints, or social molds. Stoics constantly encourage critical thinking, exploration, and forming their own opinions about the world. This freedom entails accepting that our views may not be perfect and may need to be challenged or changed when necessary. Marcus Aurelius, a great emperor and Stoic philosopher, emphasized, "Remember that what others think of you is unimportant. What matters is what you think of yourself." This highlights that true freedom of thought arises from breaking free of external judgments and focusing on building a strong, self-governing mind. The ability to think freely allows us to avoid being trapped in mental ruts or limits imposed by others. It opens up new approaches and fosters more creative solutions in life. The connection between independence and freedom of thought. Independence and freedom of thought in Stoic philosophy are inseparable. When you think independently, you are not swayed by societal pressures or the expectations of others. This provides the freedom to live according to your own terms, explore new ideas, and not be confined by preconceived notions. Conversely, freedom of thought reinforces independence. When you have the ability to think freely, you can more easily evaluate situations objectively and make decisions without needing guidance or influence from others. You feel stronger knowing that all your decisions and actions stem from your own values and principles, rather than from external influences. Why independence and freedom of thought are important. The ability to think independently and freely allows us to live authentically and build a more meaningful life. When we are not swayed by societal pressure or the influence of others, we can make decisions based on our true values rather than the desire for acceptance or adherence to what is deemed correct by the masses. Moreover, independence and freedom of thought foster creativity and critical thinking skills. When we are not bound by rigid rules or existing prejudices, we can generate new ideas and discover solutions we may not have previously considered. Independence and freedom of thought also provide us with inner calm and peace. When we know we are living according to our values, we no longer worry about pleasing others or meeting inappropriate expectations. Ways to cultivate independent and free thought. To cultivate independent and free thought, start by learning to think critically. Instead of accepting everything society or others say as true, ask yourself, is this truly right for me? Challenging common viewpoints and asking questions will help you develop independent thinking. Additionally, always seek knowledge and new insights to expand your thinking abilities. Reading, learning from various sources, and questioning what you already know are ways to maintain freedom of thought. Ultimately, independence and freedom of thought are valuable qualities in Stoic philosophy, enabling individuals to live autonomously, free from external influences. By nurturing independent and free thinking, we can make wise decisions while maintaining inner peace and happiness in life. Stoicism reminds us that true freedom lies not in the external world, but in the ability to master our thoughts and actions. Conclusion. The positive traits that women find irresistible in men are not merely derived from looks or superficial success, but primarily stem from how they live and treat themselves and others. A confident man who is humble, emotionally self-controlled, and steadfast in his internal values creates a strong attraction. Such men are responsible and consistent in all circumstances, respecting, listening to, and understanding others. These qualities not only make women feel respected and protected but also provide a sense of peace and safety when they are around. In particular, a man's independence and freedom of thought, undeterred by external pressures, societal expectations, or others' judgments, is a vital factor in building a sustainable and respectful relationship. Women are drawn to strong souls who recognize their worth and live by it, as this not only instills a sense of security but also evokes admiration and a lasting companionship. Wishing you continued success and happiness on your journey.